Hi there, welcome back. Emma here. Today we are going to get into kind of a funky, different flow. At least if you're familiar with my style, you might recognize some of the moves, but there are some different things. So yeah, should be fun. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. We're starting in kind of a different position than we usually do. If you want to have a little towel or blanket on hand, could be helpful. We don't need one. We are going to actually go ahead and get started on our belly. Now you can either stack your palms and rest your forehead on the top hand, or you could bring one ear to the mat, drape your arms by your side. I'm going to rest my forehead on the hands, but up to you. Whatever feels better. Try to find some space in the back side of the body. Feeling a little bit more space between the shoulders. Maybe even feeling your upper back rise when you breathe in. Feeling a sinking sensation as you breathe out. Almost letting the pressure of the mat kind of soften the muscles. It's almost thinking kind of like the concept of a massage. So adding some pressure to get a little release. So you feel some release through the stomach muscles, your thighs, and the tops of the ankles. If your head is turned to one side, just switch it out. Soften your jaw. Make your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales. Finish your round of breath. Then you'll lift the forehead just a bit. Slide your right leg out to the right. So the knees in line with the hip, hips in, or the knees in line with the hip and the foot. So 90 degrees, toes point out. Now this might be helpful to have a little towel or blanket if that hurts your knee joint. We're gonna thread the left arm underneath, like thread the needle. Then you can either bring your left side of the head to the mat, or you could parallel your right forearm with the top of the mat, make a little pillow. Mine looks a little bit wonky just because of the mic situation, but your left arm is thread through and you're resting, so it should feel pretty comfy. Take a few deep breaths into the left shoulder blade. And almost imagine someone pressing your right hip a little bit down to the mat. Not super hard. Soften through the top of the left thigh. Finish your breath. Now lift the forehead up. Plant your right hand on top of your left. Press down so you start to roll onto the left hip, left shoulder, sweep the right arm behind you. Try to get the right shoulder down. Now getting the right knee to the mat is not super important. So focus more on the right shoulder being heavy and then look over your right fingertips. Take a few deep breaths into your right lung. Enjoy the sensation. Maybe left hand to the top of the right thigh. And then slowly roll all the way onto your back. You might want to scoot yourself more towards the center of your mat, if that matters to you. And then we'll send the right leg straight up. Clasp your hands behind your hamstring. Your left knee can be bent or straighten it also. If it's straight, flex the foot. And pull the inner thighs towards each other, belly button towards your spine. Gentle tuck of your chin, and then slide your hands up towards your calf or your ankle. Pick your head and shoulders up off the mat. Belly button towards the spine. Knit your ribs in towards your hips. So pull that leg a little bit towards you. 3. Peel the shoulder blades up off the mat. 2. 1. Lower head and shoulders. Bend your right knee so the knee finds the armpit. Right hand catch the right foot for half happy baby. I like the left arm in a cactus shape, but you could also take left hand to hip. Flex your left foot, flex your right foot. Both heels are stamping. Pull the right shin bone down into the knee joint for 3. 2, 1. Big stretch, right leg meets the left, arms overhead, point your toes. Knees into your chest, catch behind your hamstrings. Rock up and down the length of your spine. Let's do this 4 or 5 times. Get some momentum. And then after that last time, you'll go ahead, cross your ankles, find a tabletop position. No rush to get there, spread the fingers out. You can always adjust your feet, adjust your hands. Once you get there, cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, you're facing the back of your mat. Exhale, chin to chest, round, scoop your tailbone. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round. Find a rhythm with your breath and move. And if you prefer to move in any other way, rock the hips side to side, draw some figure 8s, roll out the neck and shoulders. Any spaces of stickiness, tightness, tension, see if you can breathe into it. Send a little movement or even a little pause there. 2 more breaths. And then we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Puppy pose, hips over knees, walk hands forward. Forehead comes down. For more sensation, chin to the mat, or you could even grab the edge of the mat and pull it forward. Tops of the feet, tops of the ankles press down. Feel your inner thighs squeeze. Think about arching your back like cow pose. Tailbone flips up to the sky. If you have your chin to the mat, melt the spine towards the heart. 3, 2, 1. Slide forward onto your belly, Sphinx pose, shoulders over elbows, forearms on the mat. Squeeze your thigh muscles, feel the kneecaps lift, plug the shoulders back. Gentle tuck of the chin, lengthen the back of your neck. Start to drop your chin towards your chest, looking at the mat, and then tuck your toes, find a forearm plank. Looking down at the mat, think more space between the shoulders. Squeeze your core, press your heels back. Scoop the tailbone towards the heels. We'll be here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow as you can, lower your hips down, and then bring your left leg out to the left. Again, you can use that towel or blanket under the knee if you prefer. Your right arm will thread through like thread the needle. And then you can either rest the right side of your head down or rest it on your left forearm. You should feel it opening through the right shoulder blade. Think about someone pressing your left hip down towards the mat. Your left toes point out to the side. Allow the pressure of the mat to kind of soften the right side of your body. So the top of the right foot, right thigh, quadricep, even the right hip flexor a bit. You should feel a big sensation through the right shoulder. Lift your forehead up. Plant your left hand on top of your right. Start to press down so you can roll onto the right hip, right shoulder, sweep left arm behind. You're looking to the left hand, left shoulder really heavy to the mat. If the left knee lifts, it's all good. Maybe right hand, left knee. Enjoy the sensation. Take a few breaths into the left rib, left lung. And then slowly roll onto your back. Maybe move more towards the center of your mat. And then send your left leg straight up. Right leg can be straight or bent. Clasp your hands behind your left hamstring and try to pull the leg towards you. You're simultaneously trying to press the leg forward, stamp your heels. Slide your hands up towards your calf or your ankle. Pick your head and shoulders up off the mat. Shoulder blades lifting, chin away from chest. Pull the leg towards you, maybe elbows out a little bit. Flex your feet. We're here for 3. Squeeze your lower abs. 2, 1, lower your head and shoulders. Bend your left knee for half happy baby. Catch your foot or ankle. Right hand can take a cactus arm or hand to thigh. Flex your feet. Take a few breaths into that left hip. Breathe into it. And release. Left leg meets the right, arms overhead, full body lengthen. And knees to chest. Catch behind your hamstrings. Rock up and down the length of your spine again 4 or 5 times. This time you'll use your momentum to come to a standing forward fold. So your feet will be really wide, mat's distance. Lift the hips, drop the head. Awesome. And then once you get there, you can either grab opposite elbows or just let the arms hang, dangle towards the mat. Bend your knees quite a bit. Shift the weight gradually forward. I really like adding a sway here. I think it just helps to loosen up the back side of the body. If you prefer to stay still, that's great too. Notice if your breath feels stuck anywhere and see if you can move it around. Switch the grip, opposite elbow or forearm on top. Soften your jaw, let the crown of the head sink. All right, hands down, slow as you can. Ragdoll yourself all the way up to stand. Imagine stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Eventually, you'll roll the shoulders down your spine, press into your feet. Feel a lift from your feet, squeeze the inner thighs, almost like you're drawing energy up and in all the way through the crown of your head. Inhale, stretch both arms out and up. Bring your hands through heart center. Interlace your fingers and press your palms down. Inhale, scoop both arms up so the palms are pressing towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lean over to the right. Really squeeze the thigh muscles, squeeze your right oblique, bump your hips a little to the left. Inhale up through center and exhale to the left. Squeezing your left oblique, bumping your hips a little to the right. Melt the shoulders down the spine. Feel a stretch through your wrists. Inhale back through center. Bind your hands behind your back. Inhale, curl back. Press your spine towards your heart. Weight to your heels. Bend your knees a bit as you come all the way down for a fold. Waterfall the arms up and over your body. Squeeze your core. Flip your tailbone towards the sky. Release your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms on the mat and step back to a plank. Shoulders over wrists, look down between your thumbs. Feel strong through your core. Inhale, shift forward. Drop the knees on this first one, chaturanga. Hug the arms in towards the body. Lower your chest and chin towards the mat. Press your hip points down and curl your chest forward, shoulders back. Cobra pose. Little bend in your elbows. And then tuck your toes. We're going to a bear pose. So bend your knees a lot. Down dog with knees bent, hips high, heels high. Maybe you spread the hands out a little bit further. Press through the inner palm. Can you lift the heels up a little bit more? The outer hips lifting. Straighten right leg, melt your heel towards the mat. Enjoy the stretch. And switch. Right knee bends, left leg straight. Even pressure in your palms. And then a few breaths to pedal it out here on your own, one at a time. We'll meet in a nice still downward facing dog. Spread the fingers out, drive your heels in the direction of the mat. Knees can always have a little bend if that feels better. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. As you send your right leg up and back, I'll have you bend the knee, stack the hip, and open it up. You can stay still or move the ankle, the hip around in a way that feels good. Inhale, right leg up and back, square your hips. Exhale, take a gentle step to your right thumb, runner's lunge. Maybe onto the fingertips or 2 blocks. Take a few moments to bend and straighten into your right leg. Move your hips around. We'll pause with the right leg straight, toes flexed. Drive your right heel forward and down, and then shift your left hip a little bit forward. Drop your head, think of rounding your back like cat pose. Now keeping the right leg straight, can you start to bend the left knee and plant it down to the mat, meet in a half split. If you need to walk the hands back a bit, go for it. Feel the sternum come forward. And then rebend your right knee. Plant your left hand down inside the foot. And have you reach your right arm back. Hug the inner thighs towards midline. And then bend your left knee. Now you can stay here just reaching, or you could catch the left foot to get a little stretch, or a pretty big stretch actually, on that left hip flexor. The right knee wants to fall out, so pull it back in. Left foot back to the mat, reach both arms up, low lunge. Bring your hands through heart center, interlace the fingers and press the palms down. Scoop the arms forward and up. Melt the shoulders down the spine, take an inhale. Exhale, lean over to the right, squeeze your left oblique. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your left toes. Shift your weight back and then step forward. Use an inhale, you're halfway lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet, rise, come all the way up. Find your palms at the top. Exhale, hands heart. And arms to your side. Inhale, reach both arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. You can always bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plate your hands, step back, right foot, then left foot. Use your exhale, chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up in your down dog, hips square. On exhale, knee nose, shoulders forward. Inhale, left leg back. Bend the knee, stack the hip, move it around a bit. Steady breath, in out through the nose. Take an inhale, hips square. Exhale, take a step, left thumb. Runner's lunge onto fingertips or blocks. Bend and straighten into your left leg. Let's pause. Next time, left leg is straight. Toes lifted, foot flexed. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other and then shift a little more weight into the ball of your right foot or your right toes. Drop your head, round your back like cat. Keeping left leg straight, start to bend your right knee. It's going to come down towards the mat. Eventually, we'll meet in a half split. Right toes untucked. Press the top of the foot down. Maybe you walk the hands back a little bit. 3, 2. Rebend your left knee. Plant your right hand inside your foot. Reach your left arm back. Left knee wants to fall out, hug it back in, and then bend the right knee. Stay here or catch the foot for deeper stretch. You really need to think about those inner thighs squeezing into the midline. Press the right palm down. Release the foot if you've got it. Right toes tuck, runner's lunge. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, take a step. Inhale, halfway lift, top of the mat. Exhale, forward folds. Come all the way up to stand, reach up through your arms. And hands to heart. Arms down by your side. I just realized that we missed something on that side. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot back. We're meeting in a low lunge, both arms to the sky. Just goes to show I forget things too. Hands through heart center, interlace the fingers, press the palms down, forward, and then up. Awesome, here we go. Take an inhale and exhale, lean over to the left. Squeeze your left oblique, squeeze your right glute. Melt the shoulders down the spine. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Let's go ahead and step that back to a plank. Exhale to chaturanga. And then we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Almost like I did it on purpose, but for the sake of being real, I definitely did not do that on purpose, and I forgot it. Try to keep those inhales, exhales through your nose. If you feel a little overwhelmed, exhale at the mouth is great. Relax your head, gaze back between your feet or up towards your belly button. Squeeze your thigh muscles. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step, right foot, left foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand. Palms press at the top. Exhale, hands heart. And to your side. Surya, namaskar, A. Inhale, arms up, maybe lean back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms down, step back, right foot, left foot, chaturanga. Finish your exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Head relaxed, more space between the shoulders. Try to drive the heels in the direction of the mat. Remember, they never need to touch. One more breath. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step, left foot, then right foot to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand, arms up. Hands heart. And to your side. Again, inhale, arms up, maybe lean back. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms down, step back, left foot, then right foot, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Meet in a down dog. Back of neck relaxed, head hangs heavy. Press your shins back, thighs back, outer hips lift, tailbone to the sky. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, reach both arms up. Sink your weight into your heels, bring your knees back a little bit. Take an inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, sweep your right arm back, your left arm forward, maybe even looking back at your right hand. Think about the right hip going a little forward. Glue your knees together. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms back and send your left leg back for warrior three. Now your arms can be back like airplane arms, palms pressing down into an imaginary table, or hands heart center if that's too much. Flex your left foot, lift your heel. Inhale, rise through center, left knee into the chest. Hands heart, figure four. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Bend your right knee and send your butt back. Gentle tuck of your chin, feel the back of your neck get longer. As you come up to stand, cactus your arms, bring your left knee out to the left. So kind of like this position, we started in on our belly, left knee in line with hip, left toes pointing out. You're gonna imagine kind of taking it over a hurdle, stepping your left foot back to a double lunge. So two 90-degree bends with the knees, but your left knee is hovering off the mat. You still have cactus arms here. This should be challenging. Take an inhale. On your exhale, sweep your arms back, hover your chest. Left leg straight, looking down at your right big toe. Your left hand comes down to the mat, and maybe you wiggle your left foot back a little bit, then reach your right arm forward. So almost like the right side of the body is getting really, really long. Look up under the right armpit. Squeeze the left leg so the back of the left knee goes up. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand down inside the foot, walk it all the way over to the left for flying monkey, Skandasana, back of the mat. So your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight, toes point up. You can always bring hands to the mat or take any other variation that feels good. If it feels all right to you, we'll take left or right peace sign fingers to right big toe, and then extend your left arm. So you're leaning a little bit over to the right. Open up through your chest for 3, 2, 1. Release that grip, pivot to the back of your mat, runner's lunge, and then move your right foot a little bit out to the right. Both arms come up, high lunge, crescent warrior. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. If this is too much, right hand to left knee. Now keep your legs exactly as they are. Left hand to left hip. Reach your right arm up. Great. You'll hook your right elbow outside of your left knee, prayer twist. Press your left palm into your right palm. Try to get your sternum to meet your thumbs. Squeeze the inner thighs towards the midline and press the back of the right knee up. Your next inhale, it's a big unwind. You're going to go reverse triangle. So the right heel spins down. Open up to the right. The left arm goes up. Think about lifting the left rib cage away from the hip. On your exhale, little bend in the left knee. Both hands come down to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're facing the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. This time, prayer hands to heart center. Take an inhale and exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow outside right knee. Press your right palm into your left palm. Keep prayer hands, just lift torso through center, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow outside left knee. Try to stack the elbows, send your butt back. Inhale, back through center. Arms back, right leg goes back. Warrior 3. Again, you can always bring your hands to heart center or keep them there. Come all the way up to stand, right knee into chest, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh for figure 4. Bend your left knee so your butt goes back. Most of the weight is going to be in that left heel. As you come up to stand, cactus your arms, right knee out to the right, just like we did on our belly. Try to line the knee up with the hip. And like you're stepping over a big hurdle, step the right foot back, double lunge. Your arms are in cactus shape, right knee hovering off the mat. Now knit your ribs towards your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg and sweep your arms back. Look down at your left big toe. Plant your right hand to the mat. If it helps, you can wiggle walk your right foot back a bit and then sweep your left arm forward overhead. So left bicep by the ear, press the back of your right thigh up. Take an inhale. Left hand will come down inside the foot as you walk it all the way over to the front of your mat, bending your right knee for crooked or flying monkey, Skandasana. Now if you tried it on side 1, left peace sign fingers to left big toe, extend your right arm. Like you're flying your arms in opposite directions, stamp your right heel into the mat. Breathe space in between the collarbones. Release that grip. Pivot to the front of your mat. Frame your right foot, runner's lunge. And then widen your stance just a tad. Inhale, high lunge, crescent warrior. Take an inhale. Exhale, your right arm will go back, left arm forward, twist. If that's too much, left hand to right knee. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Stretch your left arm up and back. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, hook your left elbow outside of your right knee. Press your right palm into your left palm. Elbows stacked. Think of the tailbone going back towards your left heel and the crown of the head going forward. 3. Last 2. Big unwind. Spin your left heel down, reverse triangle. The right arm goes up. Think of lifting the right rib cage away from the hip. Next exhale, little bend in your right knee. Bring both hands down, step back, chaturanga. We'll meet downward facing dog. We're going to do something pretty similar but a little bit different. Most of the sequence is the same. We just cut off a little in the beginning and add on a little extra. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step up to your right thumb. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm forward. Bring it down, Skandasana, flying monkey to the back. Big bend in your left knee. Pivot to the back of your mat, runner's lunge. Both arms up, high lunge, crescent warrior. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand to hip or back of the right thigh, reach your right arm back. All right, on your exhale, your hands will come down, cartwheel down in front of your left foot. Send your right leg up to the sky, standing split. Step your right foot to meet your left. Bend your knees to chair pose, reach both arms up. Now exhale, arms back, left leg back. Left knee into the chest, arms up. Cross left ankle over right thigh, figure four. Cactus arms, left knee out to the left. Take that hurdle step back to double lunge. Inhale. Exhale, arms back, hover chest. Now drop your back knee. Find a low lunge, reach both arms up and back. Exhale, both hands to the mat, Vinyasa. So what we did is basically the same sequence, just in a little bit of a different order. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, step up to your left thumb. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, forward. Come down inside the foot. Flying monkey, bend your right knee. Pivot to the front of your mat, runner's lunge. Come up to a high lunge, crescent warrior, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand, right hip, or back of your left thigh. Curl your left arm back, back bend. You cartwheel the hands down in front of the right foot. Send your left leg up, standing split. Step your left foot to meet your right. Bend your knees, chair pose, reach your arms up. Arms back, right leg back. One leg mountain, arms up, right knee to chest. Right ankle over left thigh, figure four. Cactus arms, take that big hurdle step back. Hover your right toes, inhale. Exhale, arms back, right leg straight. Now right knee down, low lunge, sweep your arms. And exhale, hands to the mat, Vinyasa. We'll move through that one more time. Pace of your breath. If something doesn't feel good, please feel free to skip it. If there's a pose you want to add in you think would feel nice, obviously go for it. I will never know. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, take a step to your right thumb. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forward. Inside the foot to the back, flying monkey, left knee bending. Pivot to the back of your mat, runner's lunge. Both arms up, crescent warrior, inhale. Wide arm twist to the left. Little back bend, left hand to the back of the thigh, right arm up. Cartwheel the hands down, swing your right leg up, standing split. Feet together, forward folds. Bend your knees, chair pose. Sweep your arms back, send your left leg back, warrior three. One leg standing, left knee to chest. Left ankle over right thigh, figure four. Cactus arms, hurdle step back, double lunge. Knit your ribs in, inhale. Exhale, straight left leg, arms back. Drop left knee, low lunge, take a back bend. And then hands to the mat, Vinyasa. Left side to a rest. You got this. All right, left leg up. Exhale, take a step. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, forward. Inside the foot, walk it to the front. Skandasana, flying monkey. Pivot to the front of your mat, runner's lunge. Crescent warrior, both arms to the sky. That's your inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand back the left thigh, back bending. Both hands in front of your right foot. Swing your left leg up, standing split. Step your left foot to meet your right, forward fold. Almost there, bend your knees, chair pose. Arms back, right leg back, warrior three. One leg mountain, right knee to chest, arms up. Right ankle over left thigh, figure four. Cactus arms, hurdle your right leg back, land in your double lunge, knit your ribs in, inhale. Exhale, arms back, straight right leg. Right knee down, low lunge, take a back bend. And exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. We'll meet in a child's pose. Now if you need a little rest, grab some water, towel off. I definitely do. So go for it. When you're ready, we will go ahead and meet in a child's pose. Whew. Rest your forehead, maybe rock it a little side to side, wiggle into your sitting bones. Take a few deep sighs out of your mouth. If your breath has become choppy or shallow, just see if you can come back to it. Two more breaths. Slowly start to slide yourself all the way forward onto your belly into a Sphinx pose. We've been here before. Imaginarily slide yourself through, sternum forward, press down through the tops of the feet, squeeze. Then again, tuck your chin towards your chest. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Forearm plank. Sometimes I just think making some noises makes it a little bit more bearable. Squeeze your inner thighs, press your heels back. Start to walk your feet towards your elbows, dolphin pose, pike your hips up in the air. Press the forearms and elbows down so much you have space for your head to hang and look back at your feet. Lifting the hips up, squeeze your core. If you'd like to go up into forearm stand, you're welcome to lift one leg and the other or kick up. I do have an entire class called Pinch Up Prep that if you're interested in learning more about forearm stand, you might want to watch that one next. 3. You've got it. Hold and press. 2. 1. Drop your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes, and then we're going to come up to stand on the knees. Bring the hands to the low back. Nudge your hips forward, lift your back ribs up, and then lean back for camel pose. You can stay here, bring your hands to your heels. Elbows a little closer to each other for 3. Maybe head all the way back 2. 1, inhale back up. Hands to the mat, round your back, cat pose. Scoop your tailbone. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. You don't need to go to down dog because we're just walking the hands to the feet. So feet or hips distance, take your peace sign fingers, grab your big toes. Use your thumbs to cap your big toe. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, fold. Elbows go a little bit to the sides and back. Flip your tailbone to the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs. Gradually tipping your weight forward, sinking the crown of the head towards the mat. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands under your feet, palms face up, fingers towards your wrist crease. Padahastasana, halfway lift. And then again, exhale to fold. I kind of almost like to grip the wrists or the palms with the toes. It kind of feels like a little massage. Tip your weight forward, almost like you're going to somersault forward. One more breath. Inhale, release that. One hand at a time. And then slowly ragdoll yourself all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders down your spine. Bring your feet to touch. Now, nice and simple, we're going to take tree pose. We've been doing some open hip stuff, and I feel like we don't usually do tree pose in my class, so let's go for it. Plant your right foot on the mat. Your left foot is either going to come to your inner shin, thigh, or you could take, if you'd like, a half lotus variation, kind of like they do in Bikram yoga. I believe that is. I'm going to go inner thigh. Anywhere but avoiding the knee joint is great. Hands to heart center. Choose one unmoving spot to focus your gaze. Try to pull your hips up towards your ribs and your ribs towards your hips. Drive your right heel through the mat. And if you want a real challenge, even just close your eyes for a moment. Completely changes the posture. Squeeze your glute muscles towards each other. 3. 2. 1, release your arms, release your left foot to meet your right. Take an inhale. Exhale. All right, bottom of the right foot, inner shin, thigh, or if you want that half lotus variation, do whatever you did on side 1. Think about driving the right knee back a little bit, trying to get it in line with your left knee. Squeeze the glute muscles towards each other, draw your belly button in, and melt the shoulders. If you're holding the breath, try to move it around a little bit. Feel a little length through the crown of your head. Gentle tuck of your chin. 3. 2. 1, release. Right foot meets the left. Bring your hands to your lower back. Take a gentle back bend. Weight to your heels. Press your hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Once you get there, bend your knees, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lift your heels. Start to drop your butt towards your heels, toe stand. If you'd like, you can bring hands to mat, hands to blocks, or keep them at your heart center. Hug the ankle bones towards each other. Squeeze your inner thighs. Press your thumbs into your sternum and try to stack the shoulders over the hips. Hold here for 3. 2. Hands down, drop your knees, keep your toes tucked. You're sitting on your heels. Feeling the sensation, the uncomfortable sensation in the bottoms of the feet. This is one of my least favorite postures. Breathe through that sensation. It's so good for the bottoms of your feet. Stretch out all of those tiny connective tissue muscles. 3. If I can do it, you can do it. 2. 1. Release. Hands to the mat, untuck your toes, and tap out your feet. We're going to take rabbit pose. I don't know if I've ever cued this in my YouTube channel. Sitting on your heels, you can either just kind of grab your ankles, or you can grab your heels with the thumbs facing out, all 4 other fingers on the inside. So the wrists and the elbows actually point out. Ooh. And then you're going to tuck your chin into your chest. and start to roll down, leading with the crown of the head. So you want the crown of the head directly in front of the knees. Once you get there, lifting your hips up. The important part is catching the heels or the ankles so that you don't somersault forward. Squeeze your core, and then imagine somersaulting forward. So most of the weight's in the crown of your head. Press down through the tops of your feet. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Bring your seat back onto your heels. Cross your ankles and take a seated position. Nice job, you guys. Got some different stuff in today. All right, from here, let's go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take a seated figure 4 in place of pigeon. I like to walk the hands a little bit closer. Then the closer you bring your seat towards your left heel, the deeper the stretch. So adjust accordingly. Instead of rounding your spine, try to have a proud chest. All right, keep this format. You'll bring your left foot towards your right hip, so your right foot can plant on the mat. We're going for a twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside of your right knee and plant your right hand behind you. If this is too much with the left leg bent like this, send your left leg straight forward. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Shift your gaze over your right shoulder. We'll be here for 3, 2, 1. Keep your legs, unwind your torso, counter stretch. Both hands over to the left, little push up. Press back up. Extend your left leg all the way. Bottom of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale, stretch both arms up. Exhale, fold over your left leg, Janu Shavasana. If you need, put a little bend in your left knee. You're going to drop your right shoulder, right armpit a little bit. Inhale brings you back up, and we're going to switch all that out. Extend your right leg forward, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and then bend your right knee for seated figure 4. Adjust the intensity as needed. Keep your left toes flexed. Proud chest, chest towards your shin. We'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. Now keep this format, but right foot towards your left hip. Left foot plants to the mat. Again, if it's too much with the right knee bent, straighten your right leg all the way forward. And then we're going to hook the right elbow over the left knee and twist. Your gaze is back over your left shoulder. Reach up through the crown of your head. And try to get the left sitting bone and the ball of the left foot on the mat. So those are the 2 points you want to press down into. Keep your legs, unwind your torso, counter stretch. Both hands over to the right, little mini push-up, and press it back up. Now extend your right leg all the way, bottom of the left foot to the inner right thigh. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Again, you can always bend the knee. Almost think of a little twist to the right, like you're dropping the left side just a little bit extra. Slowly release, coming all the way back up. Extend your left leg to meet your right. Scoot your hips a little bit forward and then come all the way down onto your back. Walk your feet a little bit closer to you. Arms by your side. Drive your heels into the mat. Scoop the tailbone and lift both hips up. Squeeze your glutes. Scoop your tailbone towards the back of your knees. Press the back of your skull down. Think of almost lifting the chin a little away from the chest, keeping that airway open. And slowly lower your hips down. If it feels good, windshield wiper the knees side to side. We're going to take a kind of different bridge variation. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. You're in Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of the feet pressed together. Now, bringing the arms down by the side for a little bit of support, press through the outsides of the feet and lift the hips up so the knees are falling out. If this really doesn't feel good, feels a little painful, you can take a regular bridge pose, of course. You get some extra opening through the inner thighs, the groin area, squeeze your glutes. 3, 2. Slowly lower your hips all the way down. Bring the knees together like a book, and then hug your legs into your chest. Squeeze. Send the legs straight up in a waterfall shape or shoulder stand. For shoulder stand, hands will support the low back, or you could place a block underneath your tailbone. You could also move up against a wall if you're close to one and send your legs up the wall there. There's a little bit less effort necessary for that then. Your legs don't need to be super active here. They can be pretty relaxed. You almost start to feel the pulsing in your feet and ankles. However, they're not so relaxed that they're falling side to side. So just a little bit of activation, a little bit more activation in the core, I would say, than actually the legs, kind of gluing the lower back down to the mat. If you're in shoulder stand, you might want to take your legs overhead for a plow pose. And if you'd like it, even an ear pressure pose, knees hugging your temples. And then almost as slow as you can, one vertebrae at a time, you're going to bring your legs all the way down. We'll plant the fingertips under the butt, forearms down. Point your toes, legs on the mat. Lift up your chest, drop your head back for fish pose. Press your spine towards your heart. Feel the inner thighs spiral down. Take an inhale. Open mouth, tongue out, lion's breath. One more, inhale. Lion's breath. Little tuck of your chin, come all the way down. Wiggle the tailbone away from you, sprawl your arms out. Of course, if there's any final stretch you need to feel complete, please go there now. Otherwise, start to find some stillness. Release contraction in your inner thighs, your abs. Soften your jaw, allow your lips to part. Let your eyelids become heavy. Any tension in the fingers or the palms, allow that to soften. And take breaths, shavasana. If you have the time and the ability to stay here for longer, I really do encourage you to do so. If you're ready to move on, bring a little wiggle to your fingers and toes, or rock your head side to side. Take a big stretch of your arms overhead, find some length. Point your toes and hug your knees into your chest. Roll to the right or left side, fetal. Feel the space and the depth you've created in your body just by being present, moving with intention. And take a moment to consider how you want to fill that space for the rest of your day or evening, whatever it is that lies ahead. Maybe setting an intention for how you'd like to step off of your mat. Slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. Once you get there, let your hands find your heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Thank you for sharing your energy and your practice. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you guys so much for trying something new in another challenging class. I really encourage you, taking the time to watch my video, practice with me. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, tag me on social media when you practice with me. I love seeing it. It's super inspiring, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you next time.